It's a simple concept that's gaining traction with consumers around the world. Buy something now and pay for it in installments with no interest or service charges. And unlike traditional credit cards, there are no income requirements and no forms to fill out.
Buy now, pay later is really an idea for someone who might not have enough cash outlay to make a purchase immediately. The main benefit, I would say, is that it can afford people who potentially are financially excluded or maybe underbanked or unbanked completely.
Younger consumers are a key part of the market. Polytechnic student Hu Ziyu works part-time in a restaurant. The 18-year-old says she uses BNPL approximately once a month.
I would use BNPL when I think the price of whatever I'm buying is a little bit higher, and it's something that I would want to pay in parts and installments. Yeah, so it will be easier for me to get the item now and also pay in full in the span of a few months. The price wouldn't be so big. I would say more of school materials, such as bags, or a range within $50 to $100.
According to a survey by financial consultancy RFI Global, users in Singapore choose BNPL services because they like the convenience and the lack of interest charges. But how is an interest and fee-free product sustainable for businesses?
BNPL firm, unlike credit cards, they actually do not necessarily charge the customers. They actually charge the retailers who are making a sale. So to some extent, for the consumers, BNPL seems to be a costless thing because it doesn't exactly affect their credit scores as much, unless, of course, they make missed payments regularly that might go into credit records. But typically, they don't really have that much of a cost to bear. It's really borne by the retailers who basically share part of their profit, in some sense, a particular percentage amount of the total transaction that is paid to the BNPL company.
According to payments company WorldPay, Buy Now, Pay Later is the fastest growing payment method worldwide, online and in-store, with expected compound annual growth of 40% between 2021 and 2025. The report also projects that BNPL will make up 5.3% of global e-commerce transaction value in 2025, double the figure in 2021, and amounting to about $438 billion. It says it's part of a broader trend where consumers move away from cash and credit cards and towards alternative payment options. And mainstream banks see opportunities in the sector as well. In Singapore, DBS says its BNPL-related sales achieved record growth in 2021. The newest such option was launched in March this year.
The reason why we offer this is basically to provide our credit card customers a repayment option for large ticket size purchases. Right. So, like for example, when they buy white goods or even medical for that matter, right, or large ticket size purchases, so that they are able to split it out to manage their cash flow.
Despite this promise of flexibility, financial experts caution that such purchases are still debt.
If there's a single payment that is missed, so the payment terms might be suspended, there would be penalties that is put in place, and the penalties might not be very clear from the very beginning for individuals who are taking up this loans. One important challenge that I would like to mention is the fact that there are late payment fees. So in case you cannot make the payment, there could be late payment fee, which can add up to more than any interest payments that the individuals might have to pay, even if they are taking a loan.
Ultimately, it's really about affordability. You must be able to afford to pay and not buy it because there's this installment available, right? The installment is really to help you to smooth out things.
In Singapore, Buy now, pay later transactions were about 440 million Sing dollars in 2021. That's less than 0.5% of the $103 billion in credit and debit card payments last year. Authorities say this trend does not pose a significant risk to consumer debt levels in Singapore. But a code of conduct for the industry will be launched in the second half of 2022. It aims to establish minimum safeguards to protect consumers.